What if? What if the Truman Show is based on reality? What if we are living in our own TV show where everybody's watching us, everybody's observing us, everybody is just here for the show? What if that was real? Like, think about it for just a second. Imagine what it would mean if you were the main character, if everybody was watching you and everything that you did and wanted to do and wanted to be, you had control over. Where would your life be? What type of things would you be doing? Where would you be standing and talking and communicating and sharing your story? And I understand that this might not be the channel for this, but I figured since I was able to come to this realization and it's my channel, I wanted to talk about the things that I wanted to talk about. So enjoy these next couple of minutes about my discussion around the Truman Show and how I think there is a lot to uncover from the series that we might not have originally realized, because when I first watched the series, or movie, I was kind of shocked. I was like, okay, this just is, what if, I didn't think anything about like, what if this is how our real world is? What if we are just living in this made up fallacy, this made up world that everybody tells us this is how it should be. These are the things that you should do. These are the tasks and objectives and things that you should be doing. What if that wasn't the case? What if there's more to go around than we ever imagined? Like, I'm just spitballing here with you real quick, because I want you to think real quick. How many times have you had a situation where things just kind of worked out? Whatever it was, maybe you got the job that you're wanting, maybe you got the girlfriend that you're wanting or the boyfriend that you're wanting, maybe you were able to go on a run or watch the anime or come up with this new show that you've never wanted, that you never even knew existed at first, and then just kind of pops up because you're like, I want to watch a really high-intense anime film where I'm not having to watch hours of filler, and I get right into action, right into the sequence, right into the fighting as quickly as I possibly can. Two prime examples of that is Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen. Those two, their series, it jumps right into the action. There's no like filler like One Piece or Naruto or Bleach. It goes right into said action. And what if, just hear me out here, what if you were the ones that were deciding that this is the thing that I'm going to watch? This is the thing that I brought in to myself because I am part of a show where everybody's watching me. Like, what if that was the case? What would you do differently? How would you live your life? Would you be watching as many TV shows? Would you be watching as much anime? Would you be watching as many movies? And if so, then I mean, okay, keep doing that. But I know that that's not you, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching my channel for as long as you have. You wouldn't be making these videos as long as we have. And I just know that that's not our community that we have online. We are more people who are wanting to improve, who are wanting to change, who are wanting to evolve, who look at the world in different ways than most people do, because we are our own main character. We are the ones who get to decide what we want to do, who we want to become, and the things that we want to do with our lives. And that's the great part about being human, about being able to watch anime and look at these characters and see them traveling around and creating their own story from nothing. And it's really fascinating to see, because when you start to recognize this within your own life, the people that you hang around, they're just a direct reflection of yourself. And that may be something that you've never thought about, because I didn't think about that. I mean, I did. I had always like kind of let go of people that weren't serving me for me reaching my goals, for wanting to grow the channel, for wanting to learn. Once they serve their purpose, I was like, I'm done with them. And I've kind of worked on that a lot lately, actually, to where I am having more help from other people that I wouldn't have originally had help from. And it's been a game changer. Like when I asked them like, hey, do you want to do coaching? Or hey, can you share this video for me? Or what do you think about this type of topic or idea? And I look at all these different realms, because people are more willing and able to help oneself than I used to realize. And it all starts by asking questions. And that's why with the video that I just did the other day around the killer, ties back to anticipating and not improvising. Because if you're anticipating that the world is this certain way, that's how you're going to continue living your life for the rest of your days. And I never wanted to do that. I didn't like the person that I saw in the mirror for some period of time. I started to get a gut. I started to not look as happy or feel as good as I once did. And I decided to change that. And that's why I started to make this channel. Originally, it was because I was bored during COVID. And it kind of evolved into this whole different concept where I'm just taking different ideas from characters, looking at them, analyzing them, and hopefully adding some sort of value or different perspective that you maybe didn't originally think about when it came to said character in your real life. I've just come to see that when we look at these shows, these animes, these movies, whatever it may be, they are a reflection of us. And we do have those characters' traits within us in some regard. It's going to be different for everybody. Like when I look at, say, Jim Carrey from The Truman Show, or let's actually go with like Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. When I look at him as like, okay, I'm strong, I'm capable. And capable, that's a weird way of looking at it. It's better to say like, I am strong, I can do this, or I am doing this, or it's already done type of thing, and realize that we get to be the creators of our own story. We get to do what we want to do every single day. The things that other people want us to do, like, yeah, still be nice, still be kind, still be generous with your time if you want to. There is going to be times where you're going to have to say no, or ignore the text, or ignore the friend, or whatever it may be. When you do start to change your life, when you do start to evolve in new and unique ways that you might not have originally realized. And a book that I would recommend to you if you want to start to understand that like you can get more done, or you are maybe possibly living within your own TV show, is I'd recommend looking at The One Thing. It just will help you focus. It helped me focus in more ways than I ever would have imagined, which helped me get closer to the door of leaving the studio, of getting back out on my own and becoming my own true self. Or at least showing my true self, I should say, because it's always terrified me, because it's just like, what's on the other side of that door? What happens when I leave? What happens when I'm not being watched 24/7 by a family member, a friend, a colleague, or whatever it may be? Who am I then? And that's the great part about life, you guys, is once you leave that door, once you step outside, that's where the fun begins.